Okay. And all right, and we are at what is the proper pronunciation of your bar?
Korochka Tavern.
Korochka? Okay. Korochka?
Korochka, yeah.
All right, so we're at the Korochka Tavern in Lake City, Seattle, Washington State, and this is Lisa, the bartender, and she actually was recommended by Sam over at the Cozy Nut from a couple weeks ago. So, anyways, this is Sazerac Rye, straight rye whiskey. And I think the reason she poured this for us is she's very busy. She's one woman operation here, so we don't get to talk to her too much here. But we are going to try her whiskey. So this is Sazerac, and I knew this name, and turns out that's where Buffalo Trace and a lot of the other places, a lot of the other whiskeys we've tried were distilled. They distill for a lot of other people. They have a lot of what we call fake whiskey brands that are brands and brand only, and there's no distillery really behind them. But so this is made for New Orleans, but made by Sazerac, the same people that do Buffalo Trace. So anyways, it's another rye. Let's see if it's as good as the one that Sam poured for us. So here we go.
Don't trust Alfred for absolutely nothing.
Not bad. There's nothing, and I mentioned in the last week that I'm not a big fan of ryes. And this is kind of the epitome of that. I don't hate ryes, but it's just, to me, there's some flavor. It's more burn than anything. Not great. I don't hate it. I don't know what this bottle costs. Probably more than I would spend, but it's all right. I don't hate it, don't like it. Middle of the road kind of sort of thing. What do you think?
It's got a sweet taste in the beginning. The initial taste is sweet. It's got an okay mouthfeel, not a lot of depth, and there is way more burn than there should be. It's 90 proof, and it's a little more burn than you would expect from a 90 proof. So I'm gonna guess we're gonna put the price down at the bottom of the screen here, but I'm going to guess probably 20, 30 bucks. I mean, 20 maybe, but probably 30. Probably 30. I mean, if it's any more than 30, I don't know. But, yeah, it's I'm not as I'm impressed with this, but I didn't expect to be, because this is just Sazerac Rye, and when you're named after the distillery like that, a bulk distiller like that, it's probably not something... It's probably something cheap for mixed drinks. It's probably used in a lot of mixed drinks because it does have that bite that is gonna sing through any cocktail that you mix, and so the cocktail gives you the depth as opposed to the whiskey drinking it neat like we're drinking now. So yeah, I don't know. Not extremely impressed yet. I don't know. While I try another drink of mine, is there any nerd news that we've dropped?
Well, nerd news, and this is probably something a little more obscure for people. I just read on, I think it's screencrush.com or something like that. I get it on my Facebook feed. But there's a comic called The Boys. Now, that's been out for probably longer than I'm thinking, probably at least 15 years. Really good. One of their characters is based off of Simon Pegg. And basically, it's about a group of people that are kind of like the Secret Service. What they do is they police superheroes, and in the sense that, yeah, they have their big fights, but all that fallout that happens, all these buildings that get destroyed, and how careless they are in fighting their villains, that sort of thing. I just found out they're making a TV show for Netflix, and I'm super excited because it's a great comic. And it's an independent comic. I can't, off the top of my head, think of who's doing it, but I have high hopes for it. I just hope they do it right, because the comic is fantastic. It's not for kids, very violent. Other than that, I can't think of much coming out. The Avengers is coming out. I'm very much looking forward to Alita Battle Angel. It's going to be directed by Guillermo del Toro. It's made off of one of my favorite manga, Japanese comic book, for those of you who don't know. great thing. James Cameron was originally going to do it. He wrote it. He just didn't have the time to do it with Avatar 2 and all that. So Guillermo del Toro's doing it, which I'm way for. He's awesome. I love Guillermo del Toro. What about you? Any thoughts?
It just did dawn on me that I know that I heard, I haven't heard anything too recently, but I have heard that they are doing pre-production on his Dark Materials. A lot of you guys remember the movie that was done many, many years ago with Nicole Kidman and Daniel, what's his name? Bond? James Bond. Daniel Craig. So there was a movie called Golden Compass. That's part of a trilogy called... Right, they're doing a TV show on the BBC. It's gone into they've been talking about it for years, but it's actually gone into pre-production. His Dark Materials, the books from Philip Pullman. I'm a big fan of the book. I've even purchased and read his new book, Book of Dust, which is kind of a prequel to his Dark Materials, and it's done well. So it's going to be really interesting to see how BBC does it, because I don't think they're quite as affected by the hyperbolic dogma that I think we were in America, and which killed the Golden Compass. And so I think the BBC is going to be a little more calloused towards the religious right on that, and they're probably going to do the story a little more true to the book, and I think that's going to make fans a lot happier. So I really look forward to it. It's gone in pre-production. So we're probably about a year out, but that's something I'm excited about. And so I think that's it for this week, and I think we might do one more episode here at what was the name of it? Korochka on Lake City Way in Seattle, Washington. See you next week. The following is our past week of nerd news. It's a collection of our news clips we've posted over the past week. For up-to-date news, please check our page every weekday night. Nerds drink whiskey at Doggers. Saturday, May 19th at 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Doggers in Yelm, Washington. The podcast Nerds Drink Whiskey will record 4 to 5 episodes at Doggers in front of an audience that we hope includes you. We will review whiskeys that will be available to you at Doggers even after we leave. This is an actual photo of one of those burgers that you can order. They also have $1 tacos for the entire event and until they close. $1 tacos. We will be giving away free stuff to the most entertaining people in the audience. Bonus points if you're there from the start. Sign up for the event in the description of this video. Consequence of Sound reports that comedy folk rock act Tenacious D have announced a sequel to their 2006 movie, The Pick of Destiny. The shocking part is that it is scheduled to be released in October. Jack Black let the news out during the band's performance at Shaky Knees Music Festival on Sunday. Rick Moranis is coming out of retirement to lend his voice to an episode of The Goldbergs. He will be reprising his famous Spaceballs role as Dark Helmet. The episode, called Spaceballs, aired May 9th. Look for it now on one of your favorite streaming services. Deadline reports that a third Bill and Ted movie is confirmed. Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter are now confirmed to reprise their roles in Bill and Ted Face the Music. The movie is in pre-production with no release date yet that we could find. TBS orders Season 2 of Final Space. The show features David Tennant voicing the role of the evil Lord Commander. The series centers on astronaut Gary and his alien sidekick Mooncake, who are traveling the universe together trying to unlock the secret of Final Space. US viewers can catch up via the TBS website. Kotaku announced that Virtual Console is not coming to Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch's online subscription service will include a Netflix-like library of NES games. There are currently no plans to bring classic games together under the Virtual Console banner as has been done on other Nintendo systems, a Nintendo spokesperson said. Nintendo doesn't plan to ignore its older games on Switch. There won't, however, be a dedicated brand for the classics. Marvel is dead. Long live Marvel. Disney has teased a new Marvel movie franchise following next year's Avengers 4. Disney CEO Bob Iger discussed the future of the MCU during an earnings call, teasing there could be a brand new Marvel superhero team that's not the Avengers. I'm guessing we will try our hand at what I'll call a new franchise beyond Avengers. But that doesn't necessarily mean you won't see more Avengers down the road. Gizmodo reports that Han's Expanded Universe story is now Star Wars canon. A new clip seems to confirm that part of his Expanded Universe background has made it into Disney's new canon. The clip shared on Jimmy Kimmel Live focuses on Beckett and Val as they plot to steal some stuff during an Imperial assault on what looks to be Mimban, also in the Expanded Universe. Whistle Pig just released another great rye. Farm Stock Rye Crop Number 002 is the second blend of their limited edition annual Farm Stock Estate release. They claim that the nose is orange zest, white chocolate, vanilla bean, and fresh pear combined with a gentle rye spice. The palate is said to have a delicate fruitiness, gives away to a full-bodied burst of spice, rounded by notes of allspice and cinnamon and balanced with a pleasant dryness. They end by saying that the finish is a white pepper and oak spice that leaves a light and surprisingly lengthy finish. Would you like Nerds Drink Whiskey to review this whiskey soon? Comment below. CNN reports that Senate Democrats force vote to reinstate net neutrality. Democratic senators called for reinstating net neutrality protections and moved to force a vote on the proposal. The issue is poised to pass the Senate, not the House, and be vetoed by President Donald Trump. Ars Technica reports that net neutrality will die June 11th. This means that rules against blocking, throttling, and paid prioritization to be eliminated. This is 6 months after the Federal Communications Commission voted to eliminate the rules that prohibit internet service providers from blocking and throttling lawful internet traffic. FCC Chairman Ajit Pai was quoted as saying, "For months, many politicians and special interests have tried to mislead the American people about the restoring internet freedom order," Pai said. "Now everyone will be able to see the truth for themselves." Reason reports that a self-taught chemist makes 20-year-old whiskey in 6 days. Brian Davis created a chemical reactor that compresses time, bringing an artistic sensibility back to aged spirits. Davis created a reactor that mimics the natural aging process of booze left in a barrel. The result? Bottles of spirits with the same chemical signature as those aged for a lifespan of a young adult. His products have won multiple awards, and the technology could transform the aged spirits market by bringing bottles that used to cost more than $1,000 within reach of the masses. Cosmopolitan reports that Game of Thrones whiskey is coming. Johnny Walker is coming out with an official Game of Thrones whiskey. Of course, it will be called White Walker. But this won't be a White Dog whiskey. It will be a Scotch, and it will be released in the fall. We will review it as soon as we can get our hands on it. Polygon reports that Rick and Morty is getting 70 new episodes. Co-creator Justin Rowling tweeted a drawing of the show's titular characters, announcing that Adult Swim has ordered 70 new episodes. That works out to be 7 more seasons, based on the show's history of 10-episode seasons. 70 episodes will bring Rick and Morty to more than 100 episodes, and that means the series can be syndicated. It's a big move for Adult Swim, and one that the other networks like FX have also done in the past. Rowling didn't say anything about when the 4th season will premiere, so stay tuned to Nerds Drink Whiskey News Desk for more info. Hollywood Reporter posted that Rick Moranis has joined SCTV reunion documentary for Netflix. Moranis will join Eugene Levy, Catherine O'Hara, Martin Short, and Dave Thomas in the comedy special to be directed by Martin Scorsese. Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas played SCTV and Saturday Night Live's beer-loving Mackenzie brothers during the 1980s. The live taping will be hosted by Jimmy Kimmel on Sunday in Toronto. Netflix will premiere the title globally in all territories except Canada, where CTV will debut the special. After that airing, the SCTV comedy special will exclusively stream in Canada on Netflix. What we know about Bill and Ted Face the Music so far. It's thankfully not a reboot. The story is about them not writing the song that saves the world yet. Bill's daughter Thea and Ted's daughter Billy help them. They now have a 24-hour deadline to write that song. They try to steal the song from their future selves. The humor is not cynical, snarky, or dark. They're middle-aged, their wives, the princesses, are now working double shift at Denny's, and they're poor. The budget is not that big. They still want to party on, dudes. They still want us to be excellent to each other. Facebook cryptocurrency, anyone? Facebook is exploring the creation of its own cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is a virtual token that would allow its billions of users around the world to make electronic payments. Facebook started studying blockchain almost a year ago. Blockchain is a digital decentralized ledger that underpins cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Would you be interested in Facebook cryptocurrency? Please give us your thoughts in the comments below. Google now says controversial AI voice calling system will identify itself to humans. After Google showed off their new enhanced voice assistant, many called it creepy. Google now says that it will have disclosure built in. Are we the only ones that were just impressed? Did it creep you out? Please talk about it in the comments. The Expanse is canceled. Sci-Fi Networks cancels critically acclaimed sci-fi series The Expanse. There will be no 4th season. The last episode of Season 3 is due to air in July. Season 3 currently holds a perfect 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Producer Alcon plans to shop it around to other networks. What are your thoughts? Well, are you a fan? We'll try and keep you posted on what network might pick up this loved show.